Hi guys, this is Priscilla. Welcome to my channel. We're going to get straight into it. This video is about my 100 head challenge that I started earlier this year. And a little backstory to that is that I've been kind of inconsistent with my art for the last few years. And this year I wanted to make a promise to myself to improve. With that, I decided to start this challenge to continue to put pen to paper, or in my case, put Apple Pencil to iPad. And honestly, it's been such a journey, but that's in the best way possible. I've been able to source beautiful imagery of people whose faces I think are intriguing and special in different ways. I've collected pictures of the young, the old, people who are chubby, gaunt, black, white, and all the colors in between, the highly conventional, attractive people, and people who would be considered non conventional. I've kind of fallen in some kind of not love but appreciation for the beauty of the faces and the process and the individuality. All their faces to me, they tell a story. It's their history, their um accumulated experience. Some were really expressive and others were very deadpan, and that's okay as well because some were model shots. For me personally, I get so excited when thinking about what I'm going to create next and trying to create the next five pieces because that's how I tend to do it in segments of at least four or five. I kind of create the images in a way where I think they would fit well together based on looks or the color palette to match a specific theme. For the video today, I did two illustrations, and specifically, I wanted to do a small group of ladies. The imageries were meant to be neutral, but I wanted to have a pop of color, which was the source of red or even pink. In this case, the first illustration, it's a very soft pink, and then later you will see a shocking, punch you in the face kind of red or pinkish hue, to be honest. They're very opposite, but I think they're both lovely in their own way because they represent a spectrum. For those who do not know, pink is actually my favorite color, and all my life I never said it. Anyway, so full disclaimer, this has nothing to do with the Barbie movie, which by the way, I might be the anomaly, but I saw that movie and for me it was not culture shifting at all. And I felt so bad because I really, really wanted to love it. You know, growing up, like almost every other girl, I had a Barbie. And listen, she only had one set of clothing, which she came with, but I was able to sew different clothes for her, which I had such a good time doing. I would take scraps of clothing and I would use a little needle and thread that comes in like everyone's auntie's sewing kit. And I would make her little outfits. And my go to were the bandeau tops and then the skirts, the tube skirts. I had tube skirts of all lengths. I did the mini, the midi, the maxi, no preference. They were all easy. I also had two shoes for her, which was all she needed, to be honest. And maybe I should take notes from my Barbie because that's probably all I need as well. Probably all I need are a couple essential shoes and to make my own clothes, but I love fashion too much to do that, to be honest. I can't make the fabrics that Bottega does. The construction of a gel sander piece, and quite frankly, I don't know if I want to spend my time doing that. I'd rather do illustrations, for example. Um, but I've completely gotten off topic. The point is, I sat through the Barbie movie, and because of my loyalty to my childhood Barbie, is why I sat through that movie. But on another note, the Spider-Man movie was amazing. Every single thing about that movie, I love the animation, specifically the animation. I'm not talking about the live action. I don't know anything about that except for I loved Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man when I was a little kid. Okay, so getting back to the subject at hand, it was so much fun creating this, and I think it was like on a Sunday evening. I just had the windows open, the weather was nice, and there was a cool breeze flowing through. Just one of those days where you look out and the leaves are moving and you appreciate everything in life at that moment. And then you turn around and you look and you see that there's cat vomit to clean up, and reality sets in. But then that reality is that life is very awesome for me and I should be thankful. And I am thankful, even when I have to clean up cat vomit. Shout out to you, Einstein. The illustration is the process. When it's finished, then it's done and you have to move on. So I need to appreciate the process as it is instead of spiraling into some kind of hole of whether or not I like it. And most of the time, at the end of it, I love it. So don't question yourself during the process. But on this day, the day that I was creating these, not a single thought like that crossed my mind. I think it was the fresh air. The fresh air just like blew all the nice, beautiful breeze right through my ear. And so I had no ability to think about any of those bad negative thoughts, which I love that for me. Okay, so for the 100 Hedge Challenge, this was number 58 and 59. I was a little bit past the halfway point. I'm now around number 70, 70 something, which I feel comfortable with because my goal was to complete this within the next 2 months. At the end of December is when I should be done. So 30, I think I can do that. I just have to be on crunch time pretty much. Um, I was doing Inktober while I was doing this, and I had committed myself to 9 Inktober's. I only ended up doing six, which I'm fine with. I did enjoy the 100 heads a bit more than the Inktober because those are a bit more fun for me. Um, and because I had so much fun with this process, I kind of wanted to commemorate the experience. I was recently watching a YouTube video, and this guy was talking about zines, magazines, zines, something. It's basically a thing within the artistic community, something along the lines of a small self made publication of images and text that can be dedicated to any specific topic or just complete randomness. It's just artistic vomit all over the pages of a little book that can be handmade. And I've been thinking about creating a zine from the 100 faces with some graphic designs woven into it, and hopefully interconnecting the ideas and making it a little bit fun, just to end off the process and to continue to be a little bit fun and creative with the whole thing. I plan to hand them out to family and friends, and at the end of the process, I'll be making a video going through the process of the publication, creating that, as well as my entire experience with the 100 heads, which I'm excited to talk about, to be honest. And just a quick tip for anyone who wants to do the challenge, just know it can be daunting thinking about 100 complete heads, but don't rush yourself. If you want to extend it, do so. It's supposed to be for fun as well as learning, if you want it to be for that. Just think of it as doing it one at a time, or even a collective of 4 or 5 like I did. You break it up to take the pressure off yourself and consider it to be something to have fun. Maybe for small improvements, like focusing on a series of eyes or nose or colors or shapes and different sizes, hair textures. You can focus on specific things that you'd like to improve for a series of 100 faces. I think the learning process should just be joyful, and that comes from the perspective. So it's best to go in a perspective where this is going to be an adventure where you get to choose the faces and you have fun and you interpret them in your own ways, because guess what? It's based on your artistic expression. And if one doesn't work out for you, which it has for me, I did this guy and he looks like an absolute alien, and I'm so sad about it because he is a normal human being from the image, but I did something that was very grotesque to him and I feel very bad. But guess what I did? I moved on to the next one because that didn't work out for me, and that's totally fine. And I would say for me, I didn't focus on anything that I wanted to really improve on. I just wanted to be consistent and get myself into the groove again. And it helped me to maintain my consistency, even though I haven't done many fully completed illustrations. That will be my goal for next year. So sorry for not talking about the illustration process, but you pretty much get the entirety of my process by watching the video. So there's no rhyme or reason. It's just all vibes. As for my next video, it will be a little chat about fashion designer Peter Do and his collaboration with Banana Republic. Flip or flop? Flop or not? Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.